All right, quick update. Try to do this fast. Listen, I was thinking, and I need you guys to understand. There's nothing going on. There's nothing wrong. Everything's fine the way it is. Same stuff, same plays. Mint Jasmine instead of Dogecoin. Everything else still the same. But here's the thing. You need to be aware of how big this Bitcoin thing is because it dawned on me the other day. So what you have, right? You have this environment, and you need to watch for this. It's already started happening. Okay. The way that Michael Saylor has been buying Bitcoin is basically like an infinite money glitch. Okay. He's taking convertible note loans out, right, on his stock and using that money to buy Bitcoin. Okay. But it's in such of a way, I'm just trying to make this simplified, that, basically it's like he can just keep doing this, right? And it's, if you get, here's the thing, like, that's fine for just him. Okay. If you have other countries or America talking about what they're talking about, okay, and other companies start seeing this and start using this, what you now have created is basically Bitcoin is a big, big, big thing that has unrealized potential in a vast way, okay, in an exponential kind of way, because there's tech tied to it, new tech, okay, that you've needed everywhere for a long time. Okay, I know it's not Bitcoin in specific, there's other ones, but blockchain is the whole point. Okay. I'm seeing companies starting to report, and we talked about GameStop. What would you do with all that money? And the only thing that you could really do something that actually sparks something in there is you buy Bitcoin. I said that. I've said it probably 6-7 months ago, man. There wasn't that many of you that are here now that were there then, but I did say that. Here's the main thing here. You remember when AI first came about, and any stock that had anything to do with AI, all of a sudden, boom, that stock is moving, right? And I'm outside, my glasses are foggy, it's cold, it's freezing. It's not windy though, so it's cool. But yeah, if you remember that AI, it is snowing. If you remember that AI little frenzy, you're about to get the same effect, but with stocks, okay? But here's the thing here. The difference is these guys going to buy Bitcoin, and it's not just companies, okay? I've seen other countries, again, somebody else besides El Salvador is talking about legal tender. I think it's Mexico, but I don't know for sure. All the way down to banks individually here, or not banks, states having their own reserve. Okay, just investing into it. It's tax free, right? I don't know the implications, or if it's going to be Bitcoin specifically, or if it's just American companies, or if it's American companies and Bitcoin. I don't know. We'll have to see. But if anybody's going to know, it's these institutions. And if it is tax free, where do you think they're going to move their money to? They don't just sit around on money. They know things, right? They know things, and then they just stick and move, right? You're about to get a situation where Bitcoin gets way bigger than a lot of people thought it was going to get. Maybe not a lot of people, but it's going to come way faster than I think a lot of people thought it was going to come. Okay, because you have two things going on. You have a new technology, right? Like I said, I'm still going to go back to this. I don't know if I call it an analogy, but this is how I think about it. This is basically like new tech, as in race to space time ish, and the introduction of the internet. Kind of, sort of. You can switch it around. You can say new asset, whatever. But all I'm saying is, this is what I would do. I would definitely, for Christmas, if you haven't had a Christmas present and that stuff goes up, or maybe it's up enough and you got money, those you love or you, $1,000 in Bitcoin, and just tuck it away with just the sole purpose of not doing anything with it for like 3-4 years. Probably going to be one of the best investments known to man. Now, I'm not saying it's better than XRP games wise, I'm just saying it's also lucrative. It's not a bad thing to have, like diversification. This whole field is about to, in my eyes, and let me start this off here. I'm intoxicated recording this. I'm not a financial advisor. Do not take anything that I say for financial advice. This is just a documentary on my trading journey, okay, and my thoughts. And my thoughts are Bitcoin. You get that adoption, you get people to start buying that. tsunami. Not only for them, for everybody. We're not going to get into it. Just think about that, okay? Now also think about this. I'm just going to touch a snippet of it, okay? And I'm not even going to go into it. We'll come back to this, okay? Do you know what happens? Remember I said that 37% tax thing, they're not really talking to us. He's talking to institutions and people that normally trade, not retail, right? Because we don't. You don't. I'm not getting into it. Short and sweet. It's cold. So, tax-free. They hear that. Just like in 2020, they heard that. Okay? I don't even think it was tax-free. I just think that you didn't have to disclose it on your books. Somebody should look into that. But they did do it. It was one of the two, and they did flood into it, okay? Basically, liquidity, like we left the stock market, and, we're still there a little bit. Liquidity is going to dry up. Now, here's the thing. This is a good thing why we got the $100 over there. When liquidity dries up in those short plays and names I told you about, that's an issue, okay? Because they need liquidity to keep that game going. Now, check this out. At the same time, these same companies, and a lot of the companies claiming Bitcoin right now, there's some big ones, but SOS. What was the name of that freaking stock? SOS was today, went up 50%, right? Oh, what is the name of that? Rumble. They haven't disclosed that they bought it, but there's talks. You get these plays to start jumping on there like the AI thing, and it's nothing for these cats to use some of their money and buy something like Bitcoin when they see this environment. When you see banks and states, and when you see all that, getting that one asset, that means somebody knows something, okay? And that usually means whatever your little suspicions are of what's going to happen, you're probably right, okay? Now, here's the thing. Those plays start getting that stuff, and Bitcoin is going to have a return, right? You're about to see it. It's 1,000 for you or less. Doesn't matter. It's treated like a savings account is what I'm going to do. These guys are going to be trying to short these companies based on them not making money. They start making money by just that alone and not having to even worry about selling anything. That is a problem for you. Okay, that is a problem. And that is a problem because I'm thinking that's going to take place typically after you get your run up and people are going to have money. And the same people I'm talking about that are moving money, it's the same type of people that are going to be, they go for where the money is. Another thing, though I could be right. He has a stock, DJT. He's well aware of counterfeit shares, supposedly. What's he doing? What are you up to, Trump? You haven't said anything about the stock market, nothing about stock settlement. I see your SEC chairman that you're putting in there, and I see stuff moving. This is how I think about stuff, okay? And that's basically all I got. But we got to keep it's a thesis. If stuff changes, just like Dogecoin to Jasmine, just look better. We took an L, but just got to keep moving. Yeah, keep your eye on that, like I told you, and just watch how this stuff goes. Watch all these companies. All right, start talking about buying Bitcoin. This is not a bad idea. If everybody does it, it's going to go up. If everybody does the same thing, you keep buying those notes. I'm not saying that all these companies are talking about doing the same thing. Somebody's going to try it. They try everything that the big dogs do. It's that's a part of life. It's like a copying thing. People know that. You have a storm coming in that area. And what did I say? Okay, crypto looked bad, 90,000, right? By Thanksgiving, what? A pop? What's everybody talking about? Over 100,000? I'm not a prophet or anything like that, man. I just look at the charts. And then also, you just look at history. History tends to repeat itself, but, maybe it just comes back down. Maybe it doesn't. All I'm saying is, we're going to see. All right, it's freezing. No deer in sight. I didn't get scared on camera, so that's positive for today. Deuces.